Have you ever experienced the sensation of air flowing directly through you? In moments of uncomplicated joy, when you find yourself in the gentle breeze of a golden afternoon, it almost seems as if you become transparent, letting the breeze pass through the pores of your skin as if it were part of yourself. Each breath seems to merge with your surroundings, transforming the experience into a silent dance between your being and the constant flow of fresh air that gently caresses your face and your thoughts. In various spiritual traditions around the world, the third eye, symbolized by the mystical pineal gland, is considered much more than a simple part of the physical body. It is seen as a sacred door to intuition and deep insights that transcend everyday perception. Located in the center of the brain, this focal point is thought of not just as a gland, but as an energetic center crucial for spiritual awakening and connecting with higher dimensions of consciousness. It is believed that by opening to the third eye, a person can not only perceive the outer world more deeply, but also explore the mysteries of the inner universe, uncovering hidden truths and achieving a broader understanding of existence. In Hindu legend, the figure of Shiva is deeply symbolic as it represents the opening of the third eye, known as the Eye of Wisdom. This mythological event not only illustrates Shiva's spiritual transformation, but also carries broader meaning within Indian spiritual traditions. By turning his gaze inward, Shiva transcended the limitations of ordinary perception, achieving a state of expanded consciousness where truth reveals itself. The burning of ignorance and falsehood through the third eye is a powerful metaphor for the process of spiritual enlightenment, where the practitioner perceives beyond superficial appearances and delves into the depths of cosmic reality. The representation of ashes, often associated with Shiva, symbolizes not only the destruction of physical and mental limitations, but also the alchemical transformation of consciousness. This symbolism is crucial in understanding spiritual awakening, as it suggests that through overcoming illusions and understanding the impermanences of life, one can achieve a state of being where the true nature of reality reveals itself. When analyzing myths such as that of Shiva and his third eye, we perceive not only religious narratives, but profound metaphors for the human journey in search of self-knowledge and spiritual transcendence. It is important to recognize that these stories carry a timeless teaching that continues to inspire and guide spiritual seekers around the world, regardless of their specific religious affiliation. The pineal gland, also known as the third eye in several spiritual traditions, is seen as a source of energy and heightened consciousness. According to these traditions, she secretes a substance called Amrita, often referred to as the nectar of immortality. This nectar is considered not only physical, but also spiritual, capable of strengthening the physical body and prolonging life. Furthermore, it is said that Amrita can induce states of deep ecstasy, where consciousness expands beyond normal limits, allowing for a deeper connection with the divine and a sense of oneness with the universe. This substance is also associated with the intensification of sensory and spiritual perception. It is said that those who can access and utilize Amrita can feel as light as air, allowing all experiences to flow through them harmoniously and without resistance. This state of lightness and fluidity is not limited to the physical body, but also extends to the mind and spirit, creating a feeling of freedom and clarity that allows for a deeper understanding of the mysteries of existence. These mystical interpretations of the pineal gland and Amrita reflect the belief that the human body is not only a physical vessel, but also a vehicle for spiritual experience and transcendence. Through spiritual practice and personal development, many seekers aspire to awaken and activate these inner potentialities, seeking not only healing and physical rejuvenation, but also spiritual enlightenment and connection with the sacred. Shiva's legacy transcends his role as an ascetic and mythical figure. He is revered for his profound wisdom and spiritual insight. More than simply a god, Shiva symbolizes the inner journey towards enlightenment and self-knowledge. He teaches us that true knowledge is not limited to intellect or the accumulation of information, but requires an expansion of perception beyond conventional limits. This teaching is crucial, as it suggests that true wisdom is not just seeing what is before the eyes, but recognizing and understanding the deeper layers of existence. By challenging ignorance and the limitations of human perception, Shiva inspires us to seek a broader, more penetrating view of the world and ourselves. He reminds us that true knowledge is not just a matter of intellectual knowledge, but of inner and spiritual transformation. By achieving this deeper understanding, we are able to glimpse what often remains invisible to the eyes of others, discovering essential truths that transcend the superficial appearances of everyday life. It became a natural part of his being. That's what it means to be dead. He transformed like a fiery furnace, consuming everything within him. Instead of sweat and blood, his portions exuded ash. Therefore, they represented him covered in ashes. This symbolizes that he burned everything, every trace of ignorance, and everything that was thought to be true. He completely incinerated his being until everything became ashes. Opened, people saw fire, because its inner chamber was on fire. This profound transformation was not just physical, but spiritual and metaphorical. Shiva, by consuming everything within himself like a fiery furnace, represents the process of purification and spiritual rebirth. The ashes that surround him symbolize not only the destruction of what is superficial or illusory, but also the transcendence of the limitations of mundane existence. The image of Shiva covered in ash evokes not only the intensity of his ascetic practice, but also the depth of his spiritual realization. When Shiva's third eye opens, the image of fire emerges as a visual testament to his ignited internal energy. This fire is not destructive but transformative, representing the pure energy and transcendental consciousness that emanates from your spiritual realization. It is a powerful representation of Shiva's penetrating vision, which transcends the physical and penetrates the essential truths of the universe. Thus, every aspect of Shiva's iconography, from his ashes to the fire that emerges from his third eye, carries a deep meaning that resonates not only in mythology, but also in the spiritual journey of each individual seeking truth and enlightenment. There are two fundamental ways to open the third eye. One of them occurs through complete inner emptying, a process where the mind and spirit are freed from all distractions and worldly attachments. In this state of complete emptiness, the third eye door, symbolizing the pineal gland or center of heightened consciousness, naturally loosens and opens beyond the usual limits of human perception. This emptying not only refers to the absence of thoughts, but also the release of all expectations and conditioning that limit the deeper understanding of reality. When the mind is completely empty of worldly concerns and desires, the third eye door drops inward, opening to a state of expanded consciousness and spiritual clairvoyance. This process is often described as an experience of spiritual opening or awakening, where the individual can access dimensions of insight and wisdom that are beyond the reach of the ordinary mind. The other way to open the third eye is more challenging and requires a delicate balance. Trying to force it open by building pressure can result in unpredictable results. One may experience a moment of opening today, only for it to close again the next day, or one may attempt to open before there is enough pressure built up, leading to frustration and uncertainty. This process can be extremely challenging and even disturbing, leading the individual to question the reason for going through such agony. Keeping everything suppressed, be it thoughts, emotions, or words, is another approach. This strategy can, in a way, create internal pressure that can eventually result in the opening of the third eye. However, this method carries the risk of an emotional or spiritual explosion, where the accumulated intensity can manifest itself in unexpected and overwhelming ways. Thus, there are two distinct approaches to achieving third eye opening: complete inner emptying, allowing the door to open naturally in a state of tranquility and clarity, or careful building of internal pressure, which can lead to a more forceful opening and potentially tumultuous. Each path carries its own challenges and implications, reflecting the complexity of the spiritual journey toward enlightenment and spiritual awakening. The middle way, often seen as a balanced and diplomatic approach, neither completely compromises nor completely empties itself. It is a conscious choice not to sink into extremes, but rather to find a balance between different forces and directions in life. Those who follow the middle path do not necessarily reject progress or personal growth. Rather, they seek a way forward that is harmonious and sustainable. However, this approach can present its own challenges. By avoiding extremes, one may encounter situations where difficult decisions need to be made. Coming to a rock in the road can be a metaphor for facing complex and challenging choices. Facing a roaring tiger can represent confronting immediate dangers and urgent threats that require courage and determination to overcome. On the other hand, facing a burning fire can symbolize dealing with crises or emergency situations that require quick and decisive action. Thus, the middle path is not necessarily an easy or comfortable choice, but rather a way to navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and discernment. It is an approach that values moderation, carefully weighing options, and finding a balance that promotes personal and spiritual growth, while remaining resilient in the face of the inevitable challenges that arise along the way. Opening the third eye is considered a door to higher levels of consciousness, a crucial milestone in the spiritual journey of many traditions around the world. However, as pointed out by Sadhguru and other spiritual masters, this process is neither simple nor immediate. It requires great self-control, discipline, and a deep commitment to one's own spiritual evolution. It is a challenge that involves not only meditative and spiritual practices, but also a deep understanding of the subtle energies and nature of the human mind. When seeking to open the third eye, practitioners embark on a journey of self-knowledge and personal transformation, facing their own fears, limitations, and internal resistance. It is a path that requires patience, perseverance, and an openness to explore the depths of one's consciousness. Each step on this journey can reveal new perspectives and insights, offering a deeper understanding of the universe and oneself. Thus, the quest to open the third eye is not limited to the achievement of psychic abilities or spiritual powers. It is, fundamentally, a path of inner discovery and expansion of consciousness. This journey not only allows you to explore the deeper aspects of the inner self, but also provides a broader and more integrative understanding of the universe around us. By delving into this exploration, practitioners can experience a deeper connection with cosmic energy and an expanded consciousness that transcends the limitations of the mind and ego. This path is neither linear nor easy. It requires dedication, regular meditation practice, self-reflection, and an ongoing commitment to spiritual growth. Each step forward reveals new layers of insight and wisdom, allowing one to enrich not only their own spiritual journey, but also contribute to the collective well-being of humanity. Therefore, exploring opening the third eye is not just a personal quest, but a shared journey that can inspire and transform lives. If you are interested in learning more about spiritual and personal development topics, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, Seeds of Mystic Wisdom, and follow our videos. Don't forget to like if this content resonates with you and you want to receive more spiritual insights and wisdom.